Hello, folks. It's that time again for the Wiley Weekly Update with Andy Hall and Michelle Solano.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Wiley Weekly Update. We're your hosts.
I'm Michelle Solano.
And I'm Andy Hall. Michelle, do you mind jogging my memory as to why we do this every week?
Yes, Andy, I'd be happy to. We're doing this every week because we really need to make sure that we get all of our students across that finish line.
Well, that's funny you said it that way. That actually brings us to our top story. Michelle, let's go ahead and let's run through the numbers. Alright, as you can see here, we've got enormous numbers to work with, everybody. Let's go ahead and start with the top left. Let's start with our booked applications. If you look at last week, we had 22.9% of our students were currently in the book stage. And that's really good, and that's a hurdle that we were able to overcome.
That's right, Andy. We want that number to get smaller and smaller every week. As you can see, we're at 14.9% booked students this week. Can you believe it, Andy?
Oh man, I can believe it. One thing we want with that number, we want it to get down lower. So speaking of low numbers, let's look all the way down here at registered students. Last week we had 46.4% of our students were currently registered, which was almost half.
That's right, Andy. We got to finish strong. This week we're at a whopping 54.2% registered students. And the crowd goes wild.
Talk about some wow week over week growth. Michelle, did you know that last week our enrollment coordinators processed 4,065 documents? That's a triple jump if I've ever seen one.
For the win, I'd agree. It's incredible. Our enrollment coordinators and student services coordinators also sent out 5,264 emails. Great work, team. What do you say we shop it over to Denver for the After Start Tip of the Week?
Like where your head's at.
Here in Denver, we hold ATS in the Crested Butte Conference Room, which, if you are from Denver, you know that the Crested Butte Conference Room is held about 25 degrees colder than the rest of the office. So, to prepare for ATS, everyone really comes bundled up. ATS preparedness is crucial.
Now that I'm back at my desk, I take off my blanket and my gloves and get serious about ATS preparation. So what do I mean by ATS preparation? I think that you have to have a really good game plan and agenda for your conversation before you call your ATS students. Whether the student's booked or registered, knowing their status but also knowing what the next step is really important. So I say take a minute or 2 minutes before you call the student and look up your appointment notes and then also your appointment or your conversation from the student last time so that you know exactly what to talk through. Whether the student needs to order books still, maybe they had a job interview last time and you need to circle back to that and just get personal with the student again to keep building that relationship. It's all about digging deeper and making sure that you're prepared for your ATS calls.
And now, Andy, it's time for our favorite segment, Save of the Week!
This week we decided to do a dramatic reenactment of actual true events. All faces have been changed to protect the identity of those involved.
It was a sunny August afternoon and John was in the break room reading his leadership book, as he does every single day. And that's when the call came in.
This is the recount of the actual story. Jeffrey wanted to talk about moving his file to the spring term because he was applying to the Rhode Island Police Academy and he would not find out until fall if he got in. Instead of just accepting him as a role, I started to ask questions such as,
Hey, yo, Jeff, why don't you tell me more about the timing of this academy? I mean, have they even given you an idea about your potential to get accepted?
I also asked about his motivations, why he originally wanted to start in fall. After about 15 minutes, he realized that he was making a huge mistake by not starting and decided to stay for the fall term.
And that does it for another edition of
Wiley Weekly Update.
We're your hosts. I'm Michelle Solano.
And I'm Andy Hall. Remember, Wiley Weekly Update because
It sure beats an email.
make it a great week. Are we supposed to be tired from fake running?
Yeah.